Hello and welcome to Heartwater Channel, and I'm going to be doing a playthrough of a circuit today on original San Francisco Rush, the N64 system, and hopefully I've got the audio and video settings right this time for the CRT. So I'm going to jump in here and so this game is a little bit different from the Rush 2 we were playing, which has actually quite a lot of improvements from this game. One of the things that improved was that the difficulties were, more parsed. You could spread your difficulty a lot more across a bigger range because there are more things you can manipulate about the game. So the options in this are a little bit different. So there's game options and display options in the menu. So the display options, we're going to set them up like we did in the previous video. So everything here is on. Okay, that's good. And here is where it's a little different because in Rush 2 you had to be on the track selection part of the menu to adjust this stuff. I prefer this setup in the menu, to be honest. But there you go. That's the differences in the two games. So you set your laps and your number of drones. And wow, we have the laps set to 8 laps now. So do we want to go that much? I think we were doing 5 laps on the last game where we were just setting it up over here. And so we're going to go backwards off, mirror off, fog, we're going to go light, just because we haven't played this game in a little while. Wind, light, because the wind affects you much more in this game than it does in Rush 2. So we're going to have the wind light. Because as I said, the difficulty is being parsed out a lot more in the second game. So the easy on the Rush 2 is much easier than the easy on the San Francisco Rush, right? So the difficulty we had set to very difficult in Rush 2, and that's how we're going to set it here as well, because of the same issue that you just run out of time. Like no matter how fast you go, after a certain number of checkpoints, you're going to run out of time on the extreme difficulty. So we're just going to go with a very hard difficulty because, again, we like the challenge that the opponent cars provide with a very hard difficulty. Handicaps really suck because what happens is you have sort of more spongy control, so the car is less responsive with the handicap. So I don't play with a handicap because the car is spongy enough without one. So, I mean, I might try it later with an increased handicap, but for now, I just want to get through a race. And we had the deaths on, again, because it's a more fun race, and it forces you to use your skills to stay alive, and that's much more evident in this game because this is a much more difficult game to play. When they say extreme racing, there are fewer tracks on this game as well. There's only 6 tracks, and so the hazards become much more prominent. So deaths on it's not that much to your advantage. It's more sort of like uh, helping you to break even on this particular game versus the Rush 2 game because the opponent cars are much more aggressive in this game. They'll smash you. They don't just try and get around you, they will smash you. They will box you in. So, and Rumble Pack, well, we don't have any batteries in the Rumble Pack, so let's switch that off. And that's that. That's the options. So, let's see. What have we got here? Okay. Now we want to go with one race. So there's no extra tracks in this game, but there are, in all the Rush games, there's shortcuts and secrets. Um, there are keys that you can get, and if you collect all the keys, then you can get bonus cars and upgrades and stuff like that. They're not as flash as modern game upgrades, but they're pretty cool for the game of this age. So I'm going to use my regular player. Hazards on these tracks, certain corners and certain obstacles, certain buildings. So we should go with track 1 just to get a feel for it, to get a feel for the game again. But to be honest with you, track 2 is probably the best track. But we're going to play track 1 with my favorite car. There we go.
3, 2, 1, rush! Checkpoint! 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 Checkpoint!
guy means business. He didn't like me taking his spot.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Lap 2, I believe. Or is that 2 laps left?
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I've got a bit of a gap on him.
Checkpoint.
Oh, shit! Oh. Well, that's this game for you. All right. See you next one.